everybody, Mr. Cheeseball here, and we wanted to explain to you about something a friend of mine and ours is doing. Her name is Kaz. She will take you through darkest dreamscapes. You will find out about nightmares, you will find out about dreams, and just this week she had paranormal people on to discuss paranormal activity and paranormal ghost stories. So, if you want to check her stuff out, the link is going to be right here somewhere and in the description below. So go to her page and check her out, and who knows, maybe Mr. Cheeseball's nightmare will be in one of her episodes.
Also, if you have any nightmares that you're okay with her reading about, or, you know, picking apart some of your weirdest dreams, feel free to email her, contact her, and who knows, maybe one of your dreams will be on the show.
Yeah.
Who you gonna call when the good guys fall? Bloodsucker Jones!
What you just heard is the theme to Bloodsucker Jones by Songhammer, as featured in Bloodsucker Jones vs. the Creeping Death.
And you can find out more information about Songhammer via their website, www.songhammer.com, and you can also search for them on iTunes. The link to the official site will be also in this description below.
And on the site you will find more of their music and other cool stuff. If you would like to see the rest of the music video for Bloodsucker Jones vs. the Creeping Terror, we will link it right here.
Oh, also, don't forget to check out Songhammer's YouTube. The link will be right down here too.
And if you click it, it will take you to Songhammer's YouTube page. Also, as a reminder, the Bloodsucker Jones vs. the Creeping Death Indiegogo is still going on.
Oh, it sure is. And you can click on the link in the description to donate, and you can receive some cool stuff like a download of the theme song you just heard, signed scripts, and the film when it comes out.
And of course, a screen-used polo. You too can be like Stuart from the first Bloodsucker Jones. Oh, Addie? Let's cruise. Maybe we misread it. And it's Return to Nukem High Volume 2.
Yeah. Well, why don't we check it?
Okay. Nope, definitely not.
You know, Cheesy, we do have to watch this.
All right, the killer is...
This ain't no place to kiss and hug. Go get a room if you want that stuff. I'm gonna show you how to love. You gotta, if you want my... Dress to impress your impressionable mind. I got what you wanted, you got the time. Looking good and you caught my eye. I'm gonna take you on my ride. This ain't no place to kiss and hug. Go get a room if you want that stuff. I'm gonna show you how to laugh. You gotta, if you want my...
You can't get away with it like that.
Fine. This is Return to Sleepaway Camp. The second, the fourth, or the fifth sequel in this series.
How can it be the fourth, fifth, or second for that matter? Make up your mind, Cheesy.
Okay, it's not me. Here is the explanation, and follow me with this. This is going to be interesting. There was an unmade film called Sleepaway Camp 4, The Survivor. And while it was in the DVD version of the now out-of-print Sleepaway Camp box set on DVD, another company tried to piece it together. It just wasn't enough footage for it. If you count that, this makes it the fifth film in the series. If you go by the director that makes it, this is the second, because the same director for one did this movie, so two. If you count it as the Sleepaway Camp movie overall, it is the third.
Or fourth?
Or fourth. It is the fourth.
Okay. Yeah. Numbers aside, here goes nothing.
Okay, my turn. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
gonna be just like Sleepaway Camp 2, isn't it?
Hey Lloyd, light my fart, will you? As Ingmar Bergman used to tell me, it is time for Troma Studios to grow up. So stay tuned for Troma's Edge TV on the serious side. Now, Steve, hold your ass still.
That has nothing to do with this movie.
With an opening like that, we may want to just blow this movie up.
Truth. So, these kids aren't even the main characters, are they?
Nope. Alan is.
Alan?
You better not break my lighter, Alan.
Oh yeah? What are you gonna do? Piss on me like you do to your bed every...
I'm not chewing like a baby. Chew the food.
Randy, tell Alan to stop it.
Knock it off, idiot.
Yeah.
Hey, Randy. Your ass stinks.
Alan?
Alan.
Let me go, you big pussy! You don't tell me what to do!
Still not fucking funny.
Yeah, and now the show's over, okay? Okay.
Okay. Nope. Sit back down. We still have an hour and 10 minutes left in this film.
I strangely feel calm.
So, Alan is the main character of this movie, and he is... He's not right.
Well, okay, sure, he is an asshole and a bully, but he is also being made fun of, and he's constantly overreacting to being mildly made fun of. Well, okay, well, it isn't his fault that he had rheumatic fever, and he fully recovered from that. Well, people are always picking on him for the fact that he is like best friends with frogs and goes out to the lake and just hangs out with them all the time and... Okay, you know, that boy just ain't right.
Whoa! What the fuck? Put me Tracy? Tell him to put me the fuck down, Louise! Hey!
Hey! This looks awfully familiar, first one.
Well, yeah, it does, but wait a minute. The special effects in this newer one are a lot worse than the first film.
Didn't they have a bigger budget?
Well, what they do, spin it on hookers and blow?
Or on the aviary that Frank built for his fucking cockatoo, Matilda.
Oh yeah, there is that weird side story going on in this movie.
And the weird side story about Alan having a stalker crush on Karen, who obviously does not like him, but likes his stepbrother. You know, like the first one.
This is like the weirdest Lifetime movie I've ever seen.
So they have a large gym, like the first one, where everyone hangs out, like the first one, and gets pills from a tin. The fuck? Is this a mental ward?
You know, Cheesy, it would be a much better movie if it was. So anyway, the punks in the movie trick Alan into smoking a joint out of cow manure, and then they all name him Blow Job. What the what? I strangely don't feel better after that death.
Now, if the whole movie went up like that...
Could it please?
I wish, but there's still 55 minutes left. But hey, at least we get somebody from the original. Ronnie is back.
Wait, Counselor Ronnie, isn't that the same actor as in the first film?
It is, just with red hair instead of black.
Oh, wow, yay, something from the first movie.
Is there a Judy in this one?
Oh, no, Cheesy dear, they didn't have enough money in the budget to get a decent bitch character.
Because it was taken by Alan.
So, we do get a baseball scene, like from the first.
Boo! It sucked! No homo!
Yeah, I know, there was no man candy for anyone.
I'll correct this travesty.
Yeah, I feel a little little bit better?
About the movie?
Fuck no!
Well, what about the cameo by Jonathan Tiersten, who played Ricky in the original?
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. I actually like that this sequel has actual cameos from actors from the first film, unlike the other two sequels. 2 or 3. I don't know. Whatever.
After the weird stalker baseball, croquet, what the fuck scene, Alan runs into a paintball fight that he tries to join, and he becomes the target. And I really wish this was Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives.
It would make this scene a hell of a lot more interesting.
Getting covered in bees, drowning in an outhouse, getting run over by a lawnmower.
Cheesy, aren't those deaths in these other sleepaway camps?
No, they are all things I would rather be doing that are way more interesting than this movie.
Well, how much more is left?
Well, after the Ricky cameo, 46 minutes. Oh, we're unhappy campers. We hate the summer sun. Fuck your trees and forests. We're not having fun.
You know what? I feel a little bit better about life now, Cheesy. Just not this movie.
Shall we continue?
We should, before I go and find some fucking Molly to take.
Alan still has the I'm a dick, I'm emotionally unstable, I get made fun of, I overreact, rinse, sleep, repeat.
You know, that's the whole damn movie. And you know, I'm not even feeling bad for him anymore that he smoked cow shit weed. Could we just kind of go back to that cool side story where there's that weird cop walking around talking to all the cameos?
No, Alan has to get teased the penultimate time.
But no one has died in 10 minutes.
Well, a bunch of frogs got skinned alive.
I know, and I hope his stepbrother actually really gets it in this film. That was a total douche move. At least in the original, that Ricky was supportive of Angela and all of her difficulties and that she was having in that first film. Alan's stepbrother's a total asshole.
And he helps pull the final prank that sends Alan into a downward spiral.
But you know what? At least we get like a more interesting 5 to 10 minute spiel in the middle of the film because of that.
It's her, Sheriff. I know it is. I can feel it. She's here.
So true, because...
Also, most of the kids at this camp are assholes. Did you see what they did to Alan by chanting blowjob, creepily, from the bushings? Like children of the corn? Are you sure this isn't a mental asylum?
No, it's not, Cheesy, and honestly, Alan was pretty close to a mental breakdown at that point anyways.
So, do you think Alan is the killer?
I'm not sure if Alan is the killer. He's either going to run away and live in the woods with the frog people, or he's going to burn down the camp, or he's probably just going to go take a nap.
All better things than the script of this film.
Keep it away. No.
Ooh, I think that was the inventive death for this film.
Birdcage full of rats. Yeah, I haven't seen that used in a movie before. But you know, it was so inventive, they couldn't show the actual death scene and just cut to black like the fucking Sopranos. Ha!
Well, maybe it's like Sleepaway Camp 3 and there's a death, like the fold scene in the director's cut.
Perhaps. Well, at least we are finally to the part of the movie where the body count climbs.
And we have the camp counselor dating one of the campers trope.
And a panty raid trope, like in the second Sleepaway Camp.
And the guy getting his dick cut off by a fishing line attached to a Jeep trope? Wait, does that count as the second interesting death in the film, or is it just creative?
Let's go with creative. Also, there's a barbed wire strewn across the road at neck height and
that's all we can tell you about this film. You're going to have to go watch the rest of the 20 minutes.
Thank fucking God for that. Now, if you do watch this movie, don't watch it with little kids, your parents, another person, a gun, a knife, jackhammer, or any of those utensils around, because you might end up using them and possibly throwing people into a lake. So, Addie, what did you think of this film?
Honestly, I really didn't like this movie. At least a huge, huge chunk of it. The cameos from the first Sleepaway Camp were really cool. Also, there was more than one inventive or creative death, and the special effects for the last 20 minutes of the film were actually really good. But other than that, the honest problem with this film is the main character. Alan could be a likable character, but the way he was written was it just flopped. It was so sloppy, like he was too much an out-of-the-way asshole and a bully for you to actually feel sorry for him for anything. I know they were trying to play up the whole Alan might be the killer trope, but the way it was done, it just fell apart, and sadly it just made the rest of the movie just really hard to enjoy. The best part, I will say though, for this film is the last 20 minutes. And that, like I said, that 5-minute bit in the middle where Counselor Ronnie is starting to have a mental break. If you want to watch this to complete the film, I would say do fast forward to the last 20 minutes, because that's the most entertaining, most interesting, and the best special effects. But I really don't recommend this film, especially to fans of the original Sleepaway Camp. It'll just make you mad.
I hated this film. That's a great quote from Roger Ebert. That is a great quote. I hated this film. This is by far one of the worst, if not the worst film we have ever done on this show. Toxie 2, for as much as I dislike it, I think it's better than this. This film makes 2 cardinal mistakes. 1, it follows Alan, who's too much of a bully to even be likable. And 2, up until the last 10 to 15 minutes of the film, it's boring as hell. Yes, there is a twist at the end. One I could see coming a mile away the first time I ever watched it. And there's just no charm here. Sleepaway Camp had charm. The campers and the counselors were likable for the most part, and the ones who weren't died. Here, it's a camp full of assholes, and everyone should have died. Except Ricky. It's a horrible story, and just horrible all the way around. I do not recommend this movie. Again, like Adalynne said, if you want to see it, you can find it for $1.97 at stores like FYE Used. New, I think it runs $5. I would stay away, but if you want to see it, buy it for $1.97 and go through, watch the last 10, 15 minutes, maybe even 20.
He's a ladies' man. He's a mighty fine man, doing everything the best he can. He's a real man's man. One hell of a man. Kicking evil butt is the master plan. He's a Renaissance man. He's a crafty man. Bloodsucker's gonna be the king of the land. Who you gonna call when the good guys fall?
Well, at least Sleepaway Camp, all of it, it's finally over. So next time, Cheesy, are we going to do an original movie?
Class!
What was that?
Nothing.
Well, I definitely heard something.
Class!
Why is there a disembodied voice yelling class in our house?
Because we're doing...
Class of Newcomb High!
They made a second one?
Yes, and we will review it next time.